A new survey shows nearly 4 in 10 U.S. Austin workers say their career has stalled since the start of the pandemic. That is 6 points above the national average. Danann Smith, Regional Vice President with a professional staffing firm Robert Half, joins us to talk about this and what to do if your career has stalled. Good morning, Danann. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about a few of the key findings from the survey that Robert Half took here. Stalled career. 38% of workers feel their career has stalled since the start of the pandemic. And surprising maybe, but it's a startling number, 66% for Gen Z professionals. Those are ages 18 to 24.
Yeah, so I guess not surprising. We did conduct this survey so that we could, find out how it might have negatively impacted those employees' careers and maybe identify some retention red flags for employers. So when you break that number down a little bit, and yes, the Gen Z was certainly a little more startling to us, if you will. But what that really means is that career setback for them breaks down into salary growth, career advancement, ability to grow their professional network, and developing their skills. I think when you look at another survey we conducted simultaneously with this with our managers and senior managers, 59% of the senior managers kind of validated that because they had put off promoting top performers due to the pandemic. And then 78% of those senior managers also had said they had or they worried about staff retention as a result.
What about flight risk workers? You have some information there as well.
Yeah, so about 1 in 3 professionals, so about 32%, say that they had a shift in their feelings towards work during the pandemic, and they really wanted to pursue a more fulfilling job.
Why do you think employees are feeling so derailed in their careers at this point? I mean, perhaps the answer is obvious as we see the numbers from your survey.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it really falls on the employers to make sure that they're aligning their company with kind of their peer group, if you will. And I think that when employees don't see that, so if there's things that are a discrepancy in terms of salary growth or career advancement, you're going to have results like that. I think some tips for employers would be to make sure that your compensation is equitable and or even more so than people or companies that you potentially could lose talent to. So make sure you're checking that. Make sure that you're having discussion about career paths with your community, with your employees. Communication is key during this time, and just having a knowledge of where they want to go is going to be helpful for you. Invest in professional development, because this really does set up your workforce for the future, and it does bring loyalty to those employees, and then just always keep a pulse on employees' well-being. So conducting surveys and understanding what's negatively impacting them outside of work is going to be important for you to retain those guys.
So you've talked about employers here and what they can do for retention and to maintain a good workforce. Now, what about those that do feel their career is stalled and they're stuck at the moment? What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, I think that communication, just like we said about the employers, it's your career. So you need to take the initiative to have conversations with your boss, with your manager, meet with them, talk about the career path, talk about your salary, and talk about what you want to be doing in the future and what's going to retain you there. You might also consider if there are opportunities there where you can expand your skills, and maybe, again, have discussions, but where you can expand your skills beyond just what your, title necessarily would be. And then honestly, know when to move on. So if you've explored all of these options and your current work situation and you don't see a future with the company, it might be time for you to make a career change. A recruiter can always help you with that.
Robert Half, a professional staffing firm. You guys can help. Do you have information where our viewers can go if they need some?
Always, you can go to www.roberthalf.com and all the information is there.
Talk about communication. All right, Danann Smith, a Regional Vice President with Robert Half. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.